From Iron Factory comes Hybrid Formula, a third-party transformer that is quite obviously Leadfoot. But he looks pretty cool. I just got this guy in, and I'm very curious to see how he stacks up against, other third parties. And we're gonna break him out and see what the quality's like. I'm Captain Kyle. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you're a longtime viewer, thank you for your support. All right, let's get into this third-party Iron Factory Hybrid Formula Leadfoot. Be right back. All right, so it's a very nice box. It shows him on the back in several different poses in his robot mode and his vehicle mode, which has one pose because it's a vehicle. And it's for ages 15 up. It's the IF-EX37H. Now that might lead me to believe that they might have used this for another Iron Factory figure, maybe a Mirage, because it's kind of the same type of racer. But there he is in the plastic packaging outside of the box. He comes with instructions and this mysterious gold envelope and a box, which we don't need. Let's tear it because it has a tear strip and see what's in here. Ooh, it's a lenticular or actually like a translucent card. Kind of hard to see with lights coming towards it. And my flashlight's not helping all that much. Well, if it comes back here. So it's a cool looking translucent card, and it came in a very mysterious bag. But let's look at the figure. Cards are well and good, but I like figures because I have a hell of a figure here. Never mind. So we take off the plastic cover and the bot comes right out, and it has this weapon which goes right into his hand. Let's put him on the turntable of doom and zoom in a little so you can get a good look at him. So obviously this is a homage to the G2 Leadfoot, who actually had, I think he was one of the ones that had the little spinner things. Could be wrong about that, but I think I'm right. I don't think it was a water squirter. So yes, Leadfoot was part of the Rotor Force, and he had a rotor on him that he would shoot out. And I guess it also made him faster. His European name was Hotfoot, which is kind of cool. But this one is, again, Hybrid Formula, and seems pretty decent. Now, he's not a huge figure. He's about 3 3/4 inches tall, if you count up to this. So he could fight your G.I. Joes or your Star Wars action figures. Now, one thing I'll say about Iron Factory is they do package stuff nicely. So the instructions are in a nice plastic bag, which is just another thing for me to throw out. Now, the instructions are actually showing an additional gun, which doesn't appear to be here. Let's examine this thoroughly just to make sure. Now, the handle go from regular size to small size, but again, I'm suspecting this was a Mirage, not, like, as in not there, as in the character. And he had an additional weapon that went into his shoulder like Mirage, but they left it out of this package because he's supposed to be Leadfoot. So now he does have these two attachments here that don't seem, there we go. Not sure if they're supposed to come off. So they twist a little bit, but, so yeah, just the one gun. I wouldn't have minded a shoulder cannon for him, but it's all right. But I do like his deco. He's very brightly colored. He's got a nice 93 on his chest. He's got blue highlights on his arms, blue legs. His heels are wheels. So you can you can load some boxes on top of him and roll him around. You can even use these as his handles. So he's kind of a dolly or whatever they call those things. I'm getting old, can't remember everything. Doesn't always come to my mind, but let's check out some posability on this guy. Now, the feet don't seem to have any type of ankle swivel, so not a big deal. But the way the ball joint is on the legs, full. Toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he can roll back and forth. So you can do a split and roll out of the way. Well, you can kick forward. Doesn't go too high. He can kick back, again, not too high. He can do a side kick, which is actually the best kick that he has in his repertoire. Bends at the knee. In fact, it's a good bend there. Doesn't seem to have a swivel, a little bit because of the ball joint, so you can kind of put him in a slightly more dynamic pose, but no full swivel, just not part of the bot here. Twisting at the waist, he does twist around all the way, which is nice. Now the arms, you can move them up, and you can move them here, but going all the way around is blocked by these wheels on his shoulder. It can go off to the side. He does have elbow articulation, and this is like a plate over his upper arm, so it's kind of like a shield, or you can pop it off. Didn't mean to do that. He could also go gliding a little bit back on there and stay. Kind of reminds me of other Autobots who have These wings like a version of, I think, Nightbeat. Now, there doesn't appear to be a swivel for the arm, though you can move it a little bit because of the ball joint at the shoulder. The fists don't twist. The head does turn all the way around. So that is not a problem. Now, looking at him from all angles, he does have a little bit of kibble on the back, the wheels, these, whatever they are, and this cover here, which looks like it's the car cockpit canopy type thing. No real ab crunch, but it's a good looking bot overall. And despite the lack of ankle swivels, you can still put him in a relatively wide pose. So a nice figure overall, and definitely a nice homage to the original Rotor Force Leadfoot. And it wouldn't be a horrible thing if places like Toy Hacks decided to make some additional stickers for some of these third-party things. But then again, there's a lot of Transformers out there. They're running out of potential products to make. All right, so good robot mode. Again, 3 3/4 inches tall. Width-wise, he's about 2 inches. Let's put him into his vehicle mode. So there he is in his hybrid formula mode, his race car mode. And I have to say, it was an interesting transformation. One thing that kind of gave me trouble is I didn't realize that the wheels here in the front actually are on joints, or on little swivels, so that you can point them back. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to put these together and it's not going to work. And also I found that the arms bend both ways. I mean, he's got the elbows, but the arms bend both ways, which is important when you're working on the bottom part of the car, because you need the fists that fold in, the knuckles to be basically dragging on the ground. But he's got weapon storage here. You can have it on there or not. And you can also put it like so, if you prefer to have it a little bit more forward. I mean, he doesn't come with the 2 weapons as are seen in the instructions, just the 1. But he's a cool looking race car, great homage. In vehicle mode, he is, oddly enough, 3 3/4 inches. All right, roll test. Wow, he rolls well. Very impressed with the rolling. So there he is, a third-party version of Leadfoot, a.k.a. Hotfoot, and we'll do a couple vehicle size comparisons. Didn't do any in robot mode, but oh well. Here he is next to the C01 Missing Link Optimus Prime, which is about the same size as the original. There he is next to a G1 Bumblebee, well, reissue because of his head, face, you know, it's not that weird grill thing. There he is next to Orion Pax. This is the Optimus from the Fractured Friendship set. As you can see, he is a pretty small vehicle, and Grimlock would stomp on him. Me, Grimlock, going to stomp on Leadfoot with my foot. Ah! Dude, not cool. Me sorry. So there you have it. A nice Iron Factory hybrid formula third-party version of Leadfoot. And he's pretty neat. He goes for 13,000 pesos. No, I have no idea. Currency conversion. This guy goes for $22.88 right now. I'll put a link to him in the description. $2.56 shipping, plus applicable state sales tax in your state. So lucky you New Hampshireites and Delawareans. But a fun little figure, definitely reminiscent of the original G2. And I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I enjoy making them. And if you are enjoying my content, by all means, feel free to subscribe. And while you are mulling over this G2 homage, you can check out my video over here, which is actually my 5 top favorite G2 Autobots. We will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.